Hi, I'm Despa Robinson. You're watching BT3, and this is another episode of Meet the Artist. And today I've got with me man like Frikz.
It's nice to see you, bro.
And you too, bro. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, it's good to be here. I just got back from Amsterdam last night, so I'm a little bit tired, but happy to be back. I need to get back to the music now.
Yeah, you just like fresh off the plane, just landed.
Definitely, I'm so tired. But
was it business? Was it smoking?
It was more just pleasure, just a bit of a chilling out trip. The Christmas was a bit stressful, you know, just buying stuff and like, just like all the responsibilities. But you know, when you're in Amsterdam, you can just chill, just have a good time, and just come back after a few days. It was good, man. It was good.
You got a little one?
I got a daughter. I've got a 3-year-old. Yeah, she's at nursery now, so. You know, time's moving fast. You start to realise that when you become a parent, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
How was Christmas for her?
It was good. She loved it, man. Yeah. She loves it. She loves it.
Yeah, same as mine. That's what Christmas is for, man. It's for
too much toys.
It's for the kids.
Too much toys.
You have to kind of limit it a little bit. Like,
I know.
Watching too many adverts. Like, what was she asking for this year?
Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig all the time. It's always Dora the Explorer. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Get on that Dr. Stuffings, bro.
I know. I know about it.
You're the little black doctor.
Yeah.
Musically, man, like I haven't managed to speak to you in probably 2-3 years.
I know.
I think the last time we did anything together was in like 2011 when I shot a video for you, and it's been, you know, a while. Yeah. And I wanted to kind of, you know, get you in to talk to you to find out where you're at. 'Cause I saw you starting to bubble up again. I saw you got, you know, had a freestyle on JDZ.
Yeah.
People are responding to that really well. If you haven't, you know, managed to check that out, make sure you check out. Was it plugged?
Yeah, it was my plug.
So, Frikz has got it plugged on JDZ Media, and I know people are warming to that.
Yeah.
And I know you've got a project coming out called.
It's called Netfrikz. It should be out soon. We haven't got a confirmed date, but there's a lot of exciting things to come. I'm working with a cameraman. Go and look at his agency, Daniel James Agency.
Okay, yeah.
It's really good. So we've just been working on a few videos, and we're trying to get a project together so we can give the fans what they want to hear us. Really.
Yeah.
Because it's been a bit of a stalemate for me, if I'm honest. Like, I've done a lot of projects, but I haven't really pushed them. I haven't really gave it the marketing side of things well enough. So like this time, I just want to make sure that I do things correctly digitally as well as like lyrically, if you know what I mean.
Cause I feel personally, you know, and people can you know, they can that's what, but I feel like you're one of the most underrated artists, especially in the hip hop vibe things in Birmingham. Especially like I've heard your music for a good few years now, and I just don't feel like you get the props that you deserve. And do you feel that has been because you haven't, you know, got your marketing right, and the packaging and the branding?
When it comes to music, like they say, if talent beats hard work, if talent doesn't work hard. So I feel like sometimes you can become complacent when it comes to something that you feel like you strive or you do well or excel in. So like I feel like I became very complacent, and you start to see things pass you and time pass by, and then you get to a stage where you realise I really need to do this or just leave it alone. So
it's true.
I'm at that point now, so like I'm just gonna give it a go now. Yeah, definitely.
I kind of feel like that this year for myself as well. Yeah. This is why you find us like if you're gonna do it, like do it. Like don't go halfway. So the music, like what kind of vibe are you coming with this time around?
You know what it is? There's different angles. Like with Netfrikz, I'm trying to, because I haven't really done a lot of visuals before. As you know, I've only done a few of yourself and a few selected other videographers. But now I'm trying to like visually show what I'm trying to do through my music. I mean, there's different spectrums in my music. I try and talk a lot about life, different concepts, different stuff going on in my life. Love, everything really, but I don't think people have heard enough to know who I am and what I do. So I feel like this mixtape now will be the best one so far, because I feel like I won't put it out prior to reaching where I need to be for it to be out, because I feel like it needs to hit the right ears, if you know what I mean.
Like, who are you? If somebody was gonna say, if you're gonna give somebody one sentence, like, I'm Frikz, and you're gonna describe your music, how would you describe your music? Have you got there yet?
I don't think I've reached there yet. I feel like I'm still on the journey finding me. I feel like music's a constant journey, and you go through different you go down different avenues. It's a lot like life, but once you get to where you feel like you should be, I feel like my issue was producer-wise, because it's a lot to do with sound when you're a rapper. I feel like a lot of rappers aren't as talented as they could be, but they have a very talented producer.
Yeah, and it carries
what they need, and I feel like it's all about finding your sound. It's not all about like lyricism, because you could have the best lyrics, but you could have the wrong production, and I feel like that's what it's about right now. I'm just trying to search, and I feel like I'm getting there, to be honest.
I find like, you know, you got Dre and Snoop, you got RZA and Wu-Tang, you got Just Blaze, Jay-Z, Kanye and Jay-Z. Like, when you get that producer and artist relationship, it does kind of foster the best music, and does that, you kind of feel like that's what you're trying to get to?
Yeah. It even works hand in hand with, as I was saying before, the cameraman, Daniel. Like, now we're working, like, it's giving me more urge to want to do things, because I know that access is there. Whereas, like, with producers, I'm still in a zone where I've got people who I can get beats off, but I don't have a set, like, group or a person who I know I can go to and say, look, let's make this happen. So I think it's a bit unattached at the moment musically, like when it comes to like certain avenues. But as I said, I am getting there, and like there's a producer that I'm working with at the moment that should make the mixtape.
Can we get a name? Or?
He's just unknown. He just produces. He doesn't really like say his name. Any beat will just be produced by unknown. Yeah. So
that's his name. Produced by unknown. He's not even trying to.
Nah.
Okay. Well, don't tell anybody who.
Nah.
I wasn't even gonna ask you. Like, make sure you keep that producer to yourself for a while before you build up your sound, man. Because that's a lot of things that people do, take from people's sounds before they even get a chance to kind of get ahead with their own stuff. So you're building a team. You say you got like cameraman. Yeah. You're trying to work on your production team. How important is that for you, like right now?
I feel like that's the aspect of what my music's lacking. I don't really feel like it's lacking in many other ways apart from like pushing it out digitally, as I was saying, and like the elements of like, with a team, there's like, it's like a clock, isn't it? Like a clock has like different size cogs in it. Like a small cog is as important as the biggest one, because all of them help each thing to work. And if one's out of sync, the whole thing's not going to work. So I feel like that's what a team is important for. Every little thing, as small as it may seem, creates the big picture. And I feel like that's what I've been lacking, a team. But now we're getting there. That's why you're seeing a lot more things happen. Because you can think you can do it all on your own, but sometimes it's not enough brain power, is it?
And is your team helping you with your back end on your kind of like business stuff or planning? Is that the kind of stuff that you're
undercovers, or the stuff under the covers? Like my YouTube channel, I'm trying to get that picking up now. The views start slow, but I know that it's all a journey.
It's all progression, momentum. You got to build your audience, have your audience grow with you. So, no, that's good. So, are you sketching out the year? Are you planning? Are you trying to like formulate or you just kind of feeling it out first?
I have got a plan, and I feel like before I overplan. So, and when you overplan, you can be disappointed with the outcome, can't you? So I feel like I'm trying to go with it now. So like, for example, I put out the JDZ, see how that goes, see how it's going, and put out a next video while people are still interested, and then like do things based off like trial and error. So I'm trying to trial and error situations before I just jump in the deep end with the whole project. Just to see what people are attracted to, what they like, before I just, do you know what I mean?
Like, so musically, like, you are an artist, you're a rapper. Like, what made you get into music? I always like to ask people, like, why do you do this? Why are you here? Like, why do you want to?
I just love music. I feel like from a young age, I've always been interested in music. Not even just necessarily rap, like all genres of music have like interested me. But I feel like when I got to in my teens, like the eras of 50 Cent and all that, it just gets you into that like that dream mode. And I think then the dream starts to like become more serious, and then it becomes a reality, and you realize, whoa, I'm actually doing this. Like, it's all a bit surreal, to be honest, but like, it is something I love to do. Do you know what I mean?
Like, how do you, when you get like, when you're obviously in the studio, you're at home, you're writing your lyrics, and you go in the studio, you make a track. How does it feel like when you put that out into the world and you start to get a response from your audience, your fans? Like, how does that feel?
It feels great, but at the same time, it can be nerve-wracking, because it's technically the same as like broadcasting your diary on the internet. Like, you're vulnerable in a sense, because unless you're just fabricating what you're saying, then you're really talking the truth. So like, it is a vulnerable moment for me at certain times, but at the same time, it's a release. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes they say that you can do different things to escape from things in life, and I feel like music is my way to release certain emotions, or to make myself feel better, or reflection, or enlightenment. Because sometimes I could write something and think, whoa, like, is that really what I was feeling, or is that really what's going on? And it is, because like, it's your subconscious sometimes, isn't it, that shows you things that your peripheral like can't see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think it's like, you know, like you say, release? You think it's like, you know, a therapy for you to kind of let things out in the music? Yeah. That's cool, because I think like the best music when you relate to an artist, when you can kind of feel what they're going through or what they're trying to tell you, not just like I said, the fabrication is not real. I do think the best artists do that. And you think that's what your fans take from? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Not just all the gas. It needs to be more inspirational as well. Like, I feel like there's lots of gimmicks at the moment. Like it's not a bad thing, because the music industry needs different perspectives and different sectors and moods, because music's the sound of feelings. Everyone wants to, when you're feeling something, you want to listen to, you're feeling happy, you want to listen to happy music. So there's always going to be an industry for it, but I feel like the niche markets, like now, for example, Wretch and Avellino's mixtapes out, like, I feel like that's revolutionary for UK rap, because I feel like we are like behind in the sense of like intellectual rap. Like, you see in America how Kendrick's like out there, and like J. Cole and all these different rappers, they've got their like niche markets. I feel the UK doesn't quite have that yet, because like people who are in the grime and hip-hop industry understand the difference of grime and hip-hop, but I feel like to the outer eye, they just see it as all the same thing. There's no, it's all generic. So I don't feel like it gets the time it needs. Like, do you know what I mean? Do you think as the industry grows, though, more people are going to start looking past the things that they just see straight away, and start to kind of work out like who's who and the different styles and stuff that we have? Because we have a lot of different culture, a lot of different styles here in the UK. Do you feel like things are getting overlooked? And people
I feel like we're getting there, though, to be honest, because if you look at like the Stormzy's and Skepta's, like a lot of crazy stuff's happening. Like Stormzy on Jules Holland, like Skepta and everyone on the Brits. Like, these are things that they thought would never happen, but like it's all starting to come into play. Like, I feel that Americans are having a major influence on like acceptance of UK music. But I also feel we're doing it well for ourselves as well, because it seems to be a lot more unity now as well. Like, I think people are starting to see that, you know, I've been having conversations with people lately, and I feel like 2015 was kind of the year where what we are doing has changed from like a scene, like, you know, to an industry. And I feel like, you know, people are being more respected, and also just working with each other, because they know this is actually a real thing now. We can actually turn this and change our lives, and, you know, make these dreams become reality. So it's been good to see people coming together and just putting things aside and collaborating and just trying to generally make the industry a lot bigger. Who inspires you, kind of UK or both UK and outside, old, new? Like, what inspires you to be like Frikz the artist? Alright, and not even just music either, like not anything. Even just music. A lot of people inspire me, not music wise. I'd say Martin Luther King, for his like his drive in the era, like in the time he was in, he still stuck by what he wanted, and that was change. And like, even though he's not here today, like, I reckon he'll be like calm in his grave to know that like things have changed, you know what I mean, for what he wanted. Like, he seeked change and he got it. That's what I think is like, that's self-empowerment for life, do you know what I mean? But like, music wise, I'd say US, different ones. It depends how I'm feeling, to be honest. I do like Kendrick. He's one of my favorite rappers. J. Cole, Kanye. Not now Kanye, before Kanye, but the new album sounding all right. Real Friends, though? I haven't heard that. I've heard that No Parties in LA. Okay. Have you heard that? Listen to Real Friends. If you just say to me, the old Kanye, Real Friends really reminds me of the vibe of the old Kanye. So you have to listen to that. Looking forward to the album. This is what I mean. UK wise, I'd say like Avellino, T.E., Bonkers. House bass, man. I like quite a few London artists in the city. Who inspires me really? Rapper wise, I'd say Reload, Roll Me 5, Yates.
Yes, Romy.
Yeah. We've got a project coming as well. It's been sitting there for so long.
Both of you?
Together.
Okay.
Both of us.
Yeah.
But it isn't out yet. Like, obviously, there's been a lot of things going on. Like, this project has been, like, done over years. Like, it's called Dedication. But, like, different things have happened throughout that have, like, put us back or, like, do you know what I mean? But the tracks are still there and, like, we're going to get a video done soon. So, like, that should pick up everything. But, yeah, we've got a joint project coming, so... I'm
happy to hear that. Like, Romy is one of the people, just like I said to you earlier on, that I feel, like, underrated.
Yeah,
as
definitely.
much as you are. So yeah, I'm happy to hear that you're coming together to do some more music.
Yeah, man.
Is there an artist, any artist out there that you feel like you think they've got, like, you know, not next to blow, but an artist that's growing? It could be any kind of music.
Who I think is next to blow?
I'm always interested to hear what other people listen to and who they think is somebody that even I should check out.
See, I think who should be next to blow or who is next to blow.
Both? Go for who is and who should be.
I think who is probably like Avellino, because Wretch has brought him through in a way that's like, right, he's certified now, so like, he already had it, but I feel like sometimes the cosign can do so much for the artist who's too niche for like the commercial. Like, it opens doors, like sometimes you need that door opening. I feel like who should be big is A2. Have you heard of A2 from London?
No, is his Twitter? I'm gonna go by people's Twitter, right? But is his Twitter at A2 the rapper?
Nah, A2 artist. I think his Twitter is.
I haven't heard of him.
Like, he's a producer and an artist, and he's one of my favorite artists. He only does his own spits on his own stuff.
What about him? Is it?
It's his vibe. His music's got an aura to it. Like, it's not just rapping, if you know what I mean. It's not just music. It's like almost you can feel what he's going through at the time. Like, that's what I feel. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's my favorite type of hip-hop. If I'm gonna listen to something, I wanna know about the person.
Yeah.
You know, you wanna be able to take things as much as you can go to the club, turn up and, you know, get happy or get, you know, whatever, but like, it's nice to grow with an artist and kind of see what they're going through, hear what they're going through, apply that to your own life sometimes. Yeah. All that kind of stuff there. So yeah, man, that's good. I'm gonna need to edit because I've completely forgot what I was about to say next. One sec, it was gonna be... Cool, I'm ready to go. Cool. So talk to me about, like, what you do outside of music. Like, people are, you know, they're getting into the music business, and but there's always something that they do outside. Like, what is it that you're... Well,
I'm at uni at the moment. Like, I'm studying to become a chef, really. Like, I've got a catering business already, and I've been cooking for years. Like, I've been selling food, doing christenings and stuff. But like, I feel like I want to take it to a next level, but at the same time, I need to balance it with my music. So like, once I started music completely, I just left it alone. But people around me kept telling me, you can't do that, you can't do that. So like you can say you're too busy, but there's always time to find time for like priorities in life. Like,
do you have to find
always got like an hour in the day where you could do something. So I've had to just like prioritize and time manage a lot more this year, because like, you can't just waste talent, really, and it's like, true. That's why, like, from this year, my New Year's resolution was to manage my time a lot more. So that's why people are seeing a lot more music and videos, because like, if I've got the time to do it, I might as well, and it. So it's just choosing whether I wanna have music like as my main priority, or chefing is a bit hard. But I feel like they could work hand in hand. But if music takes over, and Didn't you have like a catering business? Like, how was that going? Because it's always nice to meet like young people that are trying to get out there and be entrepreneurial, you know, start businesses and stuff. So how was that? That was going well, to be honest. That was going well. Like, I was getting a lot of christenings and like different functions. That was like, how could you say, like, out of my bracket of what I had, what my capabilities, not self capabilities, but like utensils or like unit wise, like say they wanted 500 people catered for, like, because of like what I had at the time, it wasn't sufficient to unless I was going to subcontract. So like, I just want to get to a level where I can save enough to do what I want to do and become like a restaurant manager or something like that. So like, you know, Things are
man.
just working a lot better.
No,
I
that's
don't want
cool.
to be able to struggle and not have my business running how I want it. So I
Do you think becoming a father kind of made you focus and change
helped
you?
so much. Helped so
how did
much.
How did that change you? Like,
Responsibility. You realize that you're not just living for yourself anymore. It's not just for you. And like everything you do, you have to take your child into consideration, and because like they're a major part. They are you, and they're the future in it of you, and it. So you have to really be really aware of what's going on, and like think twice before you act as well. That's what's happened to me a lot. I've learned to think twice before I act. Like someone else reliant on me, like has made me become more serious as a person. Like,
yeah, were you doing
just
things
silly,
that
like,
might cause you to
like a lot of things, like a lot more reckless than I am now. Like I've changed a lot, man. I've calmed down a lot. Like everyone around me says it, and it, but it's suppose that your children teach you stuff as much as you teach them, and it like it's a blessing, and it.
Like, how do you yeah, that's cool to know, man, because I see some people have children and they don't change, and it doesn't change them. It makes me look at them differently, like, you know, you shouldn't be, if you're doing stupid things or you're not, you know, focusing properly, you should really like have your child kind of change you a little bit. I mean, you know, we're looking at Birmingham. How do you think the Birmingham music scene, you know, what's going on in Brum, how do you think that's going for people?
I think it's going well. I feel like we could be doing more. I feel like more could be going on, and like I feel like infrastructure's needed though, like a lot more. I feel like London have found their infrastructure now. Like even though people are from different places and different, it doesn't matter. Like not that it doesn't matter, but it's becoming more like you said earlier, like it's more about building it to change lives than to like keep the same lives. Like too many people are too comfortable with their situation, and it like I feel like sometimes you got to step out your comfort zone to change where you are in it. So like I feel like a lot of Birmingham artists are like in realization of that now. Like it's becoming a lot better. I feel like the collaborations like UK, like London to Birmingham, a lot more is happening. We're getting seen a lot more, so I respect it. I like that link up, share, like West Midlands artists,
they do
videos
a lot.
and songs a lot. Like I like that now, because it's like one scene now. It's not just London, West Midlands. Like it's not segregation.
Before it was very fragmented. Like you might not get on that side. Like link up do a lot to really help support artists from all around the country. I have to really give them that. Like what does success look like to you? If you were gonna say, you know, you're doing music, I want to be successful. What does that word mean to you? Success.
Success. Success to me is no worry. That's what I see success as. I feel like people spend the majority of their lives worrying about one thing or another. I feel like success is no worry. No worries, not having to worry about today, yesterday or tomorrow, because you're successful now. Like everything you've ever wanted or longed for or had to deal with, like problem-wise, like is over. You're in succession of that. Like you've overcome it. That's what I see success as, overcoming what was a prior issue to now.
That's like you see people that get famous and they get successful and they can't handle the position that they've managed to find themselves in, and they start going off the rails. Do you ever feel like that could happen for you? Or
no, because I feel like no matter if you've had, like, say for example, like it's all relative, isn't it? Like now we could have, like, say £1,000 comes into your hands. One person will go to town Selfridges and spend that in 5 minutes. Another person will turn it into 10. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all based on the person. I feel like it's all relative. Like, and I don't feel like success would mean a lot of money as a musician. Like I don't feel like money is something that gasses me. It doesn't gas me like that. Like I don't get, like, I'm not a showy person. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not me. Like I don't care. Like I like nice things, but it's not like they just. Like the music industry's become exploited so much over the past 30 years. Like even from the rap game, like when it became so profitable, everything just went downhill. So like before that, it was about passion. Now there's people that do music for the money, not for the passion. So like I feel like they're the people that will get gassed off success and money and all that stuff because they're not doing it for the right reasons.
Do you think that's changed the quality of the music?
Yeah, in so many ways.
In what way? Like how do you think it has?
If you notice as well, when artists are up and coming, you can hear the drive, the hunger in them. Like, but when they get to that level of success, it's like the music stops being what it's meant to be. If you know what I mean, like. You can see it from some of your favourite artists where you'll say, yeah, I like the old them, but now they're like, everything seems to change. Like, there's not many artists who keep it consistent. Personally, I think Drake has kept it consistent from the beginning to now. He hasn't wavered from what he's done or said. If people say he's like emotional or whatever it is, but he hasn't wavered from that person. I feel like that's what you have to do. You should stay the same. Not saying you shouldn't, like, if things are going on different in your life, you shouldn't change what you're talking about, but stay the same, and don't let the money or success change you, innit?
Do you think that's a lot to do with the people around you as well that keep you grounded? I mean, if you look at, say, Drake, particularly as you've mentioned, it seems like with his OVO team, he's got the same set of people around him. I mean, like people like Jay-Z, I know he's got the same set of friends he's had from the hood. People have come out of prison, he's put them on. It's like the same set of people around. Do you think it's gonna take that kind of thing for you to just be grounded?
Yeah, because they understand you and the journey and what you've actually been through. Like, people that, I'm not saying people that become your friends like after your success aren't genuine, but like they're not gonna understand like those who were there when you had nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that are successful now that have so many fake people around them and they wouldn't even know. They wouldn't even know. They're just there because it's convenient and you're the same kind of people. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, I don't think, and I don't think you get a lot of respect for leaving people who are like your people behind, man.
Yeah, no, that's I like your perspective on that, because again, how old are you?
I'm 23, 24 in March.
Being a young artist, I always kind of like to know if you were to get into a good position, like you know, how are you gonna handle that? But one question I always ask people as the wrap-up question is, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? I've already asked you what success looks like to you, but where do you see yourself, be it music or otherwise, in 3 to 5 years?
Musically, I want to be successful in 3 to 5 years. Maybe not like massive or whatever, but I want to be successful for like what I want in my mind, like to reach. I feel like everyone has different levels of success. Like, there isn't one level for me and one for you. It's all like whatever's on your bucket list, if you know what I mean. Like, I just want to like overcome everything on my bucket list, for example, like, and just get my music heard, really. Like, I don't really mind the fame. Like, I just want people to hear what I'm trying to do and my message I'm trying to spread, really. So that's success to me.
Frikz, thank you for coming in.
It's been great.
Really enjoyed the discussion, man. It's been nice to be able to talk to you. You've been watching Meet the Artists. I am Despa Robinson. You've been watching B83, and see you next time.